my life is over, or I don't have anything to show for. This might be the most vulnerable I've ever been on my channel. There comes a time in every creator's journey when the momentum slows down, when self-doubt creeps in, and questions start swirling in your head. Is this really for me? Am I good enough for this? For me, that moment came after months of trying to stay on top of everything, YouTube especially. I started to realize that I was kind of losing myself. I told myself all I needed was 1 to 2 weeks and I'll be fine. But then 2 weeks turned into a month. And then life started lifing. And that turned into several months. And it got harder and harder to get back. Taking a break from any platform as a creator personally feels like a failure. Because it's like you have to work twice as hard to get back in the good graces of the algorithm after you've lost so much momentum. And as you go further in this video, you understand why I had to stay away for so long. But the real truth is, it wasn't just about the algorithm, it was about me. I was struggling with something I didn't even realize until I went to Fashion Week. Imposter syndrome. That voice inside telling me I wasn't good enough. That I didn't belong in the rooms amongst these other creators, or, that video that got 6,000 views in 2 days was a fluke. It really wasn't about staying consistent. It was about feeling worthy. I had realized that I had forgotten why I started in the first place. It wasn't about numbers or the pressure to stay relevant. It was really about creating and sharing the things that I bought, connecting with people with like-minded ideas, connecting, inspiring even. But I got lost in the noise. And instead of fighting with the current to get back on track, I decided to go with the flow. I enjoyed my time away. I spent more time with my family. I made memories. I traveled. I did all the things that I wanted to do. I read novels. I watched movies. I got even more comfortable with the idea of just being. And I lived. And that felt so good. And then those thoughts came back in my head again. I'm falling behind because the days now has turned into weeks and the weeks has turned into months. Until something changed. I found clarity. I remembered my why I started in the first place. It was really just to tell stories, tell my story, share my journey, inspire, and to be my authentic self. The truth is really, consistency is important, but so is taking care of yourself. I want to say to any other creator, anyone watching, if you're feeling burnt out in any space, whether it's corporate or in the influencing space, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that you are human. And sometimes the best thing you can do for your creativity is to step back and recharge. I feel supercharged. It's okay to take breaks, and I plan on taking them regularly going forward. But this time I'll let you guys know. I honestly feel it's okay not to have it all figured out, because this is life. This is a journey that we're all on, and it's okay to learn as you go. And it's okay to extend yourself grace when things are not going the way you would want it to go. It's also okay to accept that your journey is not going to look like another creator's journey. It's taken a little bit longer because there's something greater out there for you. And you just have to trust that and keep going. Being vulnerable about imposter syndrome and my personal struggles as a creator does feel a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie. But opening up has made me feel a little bit more connected. And sharing these experiences really helps to reassure anyone else who may be going through this that they're not alone. And we all have similar challenges, and finding balance to embrace both the creativity and self-care allows us to grow authentically without the constant pressure of being perfect. So if you're struggling with imposter syndrome or even burnout, remember your worth isn't tied to how often you upload. It's tied to you, the way you show up for yourself. So if it means you need to take time to recalibrate, do that. Your audience, I believe, will be there when you're ready, or that's how I feel. And when you come back, you'll be stronger for it. So take your break, refocus, because you got this. Like I got this. Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Yechima. If you're new here, I create fashion and lifestyle videos. So if you're into that type of thing, definitely consider subscribing, like, comment, share, do all the good things, because I would love to have you back. I'm surprised that I remember my intro. And I think it's about time that I gave you guys a life update of why I've been away. I decided to do this because I went to Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week last weekend. And a few people recognized me and they were like, where have you been? I've been getting DMs, just basically keeping me in their prayers. I wanted to give you guys a quick life update and let you guys know why I've been away for this long. Now, I believe my last video was in March or April. It's been 6 months. First of all, this was not intentional. I did not plan to be away this long. I was planning on actually just taking a week, 2 weeks max, and everything just went kind of downhill from there. So I want to say in April, I went and got my visit to my dermatologist about my chest, and we're back at square one, guys. It's super itchy still. If you've watched my video about like my keloid removal, I had it removed last July, and it took forever for like the wound itself to heal. And I want to say because of that, it started keloiding again, so much so that they want to have it shaved down again and get radiation on it. Because of where it is, it's thankfully not too low to my breast tissue for it to have like any future issues. But I haven't fully decided that that's the route I'm gonna go. I still have to get it injected. If you are familiar or aware of anyone who has keloids, getting them injected with steroids are super painful and sometimes makes it worse. So the last time I got it injected was May. I don't know if I'll share update moving forward, because it's not what I had in mind for my chest. Now it does look a lot better than it did before. Like before it was much darker. Now it's almost the same as my skin, but when I do wear like low tops, I would majority of the time cover it up with like makeup, and it literally just like blends in. You could barely see it. I'm just not happy with the progress, and that mentally like took a toll on me. Like I really didn't want to show up in this space, because in my head it was going to be flat, and it's not. It's very much becoming raised again. It's getting bumpy. It's still pretty much painful. So it's just not what I was anticipating as far as like recovery and all of that. In addition to my keloid issue, I was getting like really bad menstrual cramps. Like anytime my period comes, it would be very difficult for me to get out of bed. It would be so painful. And so for the past 2 years, I've been going to the doctor, getting like pelvic ultrasounds. I got MRIs, trying to find out like what's going on. The results then said that I had a cyst on my right ovary. I also have fibroids. Can't really do much about it right now, but with respect to the ovary, it got significantly bigger from the last ultrasound that I got last year. And so I got a referral, and the doctor was like, we need to remove it because it has gotten significantly bigger from the last time. Yeah, that was at the end of May, and mid-June, like they had to schedule out the surgery like probably like 2 weeks after. So I went and got the surgery in June. Lo and behold, when the cyst was removed, it was actually a benign tumor. I am okay with sharing this now because I've been able to like adjust my emotions in a sense. So I've been able to cope with it mentally. So sharing it at this point is super easy for me. I'm so happy that I'm not getting emotional because I did not want to be emotional on this sit down video with you guys. I do want to say, if any of you are having like serious menstrual cramps, I definitely recommend you go see your gynecologist, a specialist, a doctor as soon as you can. And I've been suffering for a very long time. I have to say, use the word suffer because it was painful. Now it just comes. I get little cramps still, but it's not as severe as before. All right, so that is what has been going on with me medically. So that was June. I traveled to New York, a very short trip. It was just over the weekend. Then I had surgery, which I just mentioned. In July was really, I had my follow-up, everything was good. And then I started my weight loss journey because I was like, I'm overweight again. I need to lose weight. So I started making smoothies in the morning. I started having soups for lunch. I started walking seriously because I wanted to wait until after the surgery to like really start moving. I didn't want to do like I did last year with my chest and not do anything. When I stopped working out with my trainer last year, I was down to, I want to say, between 173, 174. I looked and felt great, but you know, I had a surgery and I really couldn't do much, surprisingly, because of my chest. Like it would hurt doing like the upper body exercises, and even like leaning forward, like that would hurt. So I drastically decreased my exercise routine. And I started eating horrible again, a lot of snacks. So after I had this last surgery, I decided that I need to make some change. So I've been watching what I eat. I've been making better choices as far as my diet. I would walk between 2 to 4 miles a day. And the weight just started melting off my body. So to this day, I am now 10 pounds down from when I started, which is really good. And my goal is to be a size 8. So I'm trying to lose 50 more pounds because I also wanted to lose some weight for my birthday. I didn't lose as much as I wanted before my birthday. I think I lost like maybe 5 pounds. So I was 5 pounds down from when I started working out and having my smoothies. I was 5 pounds down. And then I went in August, I traveled to Mexico with my sister. We went to Cabo, and I did do my best to vlog that as well. That was a really good trip. It was too short, but we had an amazing time. It was just really good. I can't wait to share that experience with you guys as well. We stayed at the Nobu Hotel, which was exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to do too much on my birthday. I'm the kind of person, when I travel and go somewhere new or just go anywhere, period, I'm not the one who wants to do adventures and try different things. I like to try different things, but on the low. Like, it has to be giving like a soft life. I'm not trying to climb any mountains. I'm not trying to zip line. Like, I've done a lot of that, like when I was much younger. I'm older now. I turned 40 in August, and I feel mentally I'm in a better space as a 40-year-old. I remember when I turned 30, I was so sad when I turned 30. It was like, my life is over. I don't have anything to show for. But now that I've turned 40, it's like I do have a lot more things to show for at this age. You know, we are homeowners. I'm following my dreams. Like, I'm very, very determined that the journey and path that I'm on is where God wants me to be. And so I am looking forward to the next 10 years on this path. So yeah, we had a death in the family, and I don't want to cry, but my husband's favorite uncle passed away. He was just a fun person to be around. Like, every time we would meet, he would, how you doing, beautiful? It's just really difficult. I didn't expect his death to affect me the way that it has. It's kind of hard it's difficult to share this, because I just, out of respect. Like, I've always been this person where I'm just going to do what I want to do. Waiting for a particular time to do something is not an option for me. And I realized that even more when I recently went to New York Fashion Week. My first New York Fashion Week ever. And let me just tell you guys, it started off really, it started off rough. I literally missed my train. I got to my hotel, and the room that they put me in was not up to my standard. I had to wait like 45 minutes to get my room switched. Then after my room switch, I realized Big Red wanted to come along, and she came and was like, I'm here for New York Fashion Week too, take me around. I didn't come prepared for that, because she came 2 days early. So I had to DoorDash me some tampons. And that took another 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna go and get ready, because there was an event that I wanted to go to, and I was just I felt annoyed. I was like upset with how the day ended. But the truth is, I didn't want to go and be a bitch around anyone. I didn't feel positive, and I didn't want to go there negative. And that's the reason why I've just been away. Like, mentally, overall, I just wasn't there, and I just didn't want to share when I don't have the mental bandwidth to show up in a way that is going to be positive to my community. All of that to say, I am back. All of that to say that I am back, and I am ready to share with you guys everything that I've been holding on to for these past 6 months, which is it's not a lot, but I'm gonna bring you guys up to par. Great content to come. So my next video after this one, you guys will see my experience at New York Fashion Week. I honestly feel like I was rambling in this video, but I hope you guys could understand why I've been away. If you made it this far in this update video, definitely like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on anything that I've shared, and let me know what videos you want to see moving forward. I do have, like I said, some vlogs. I have some hotel tours, because I have been traveling. Like, I've stayed in several hotels this year, which is amazing. I didn't record the last one though, because I wasn't impressed, so I didn't think it was worth sharing. So we're at the end. I just wanted this update to be quick and straight to the point. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what has happened, why I've been away this long. basically the reason. I know I don't need to explain anything to you guys, honestly, but I personally wanted to share what I've been going through, because I know we look at influencers and content creators and we hear, oh, you have to be consistent, you have to show up, and regardless of how you I'm not about that. If I'm not there mentally, I'm not going to show up as my best self. And if I'm not going to show up as my best self, I'd rather not show up at all. So I showed up in a way that I could have managed, which was short form. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, then you would have seen everything that I've done so far this year. So that is all, guys. Thank you so much for sitting through this short video. Hopefully, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everyone who has reached out to find out if I'm okay and if, you know, everything is going okay with me and my family. Sent me condolences with the passing of my uncle. I appreciate you guys as well. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support.